Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Classroom of the Elite Season 2 episode number 3 reaction. Alright, the previous episode we get a big revelation. Karuizawa and Hirata are actually not dating, and that was kind of like a little mm, acting that they were doing because Karuizawa has been bullied from from her childhood, and like 9 years. I think that's what they said. Like it's crazy, like for 9 years, and she's like very always she's kind of that's why she's not that comfortable with situations like this. That's why she I'm guessing she probably asked Hirata for his help, and he probably told her that all right, we'll act as if we're dating, and this will help you out. And so they're basically friends, nothing more than that. And we also get to see Kayuzawa's point of view of this whole situation, where she obviously is she doesn't like she getting bullied, but at the same time there's a part of her, I feel like, that also despises herself of not being able to stand up to those type of situations, but she cannot do anything because of the trauma of her childhood, and the bullying trauma that she has. So it's like a weird situation for her, where she knows that she has to become a parasite to someone, even if that's not Hirata, someone else maybe, and to keep surviving in this. And what the weird thing about the situation is, her act kind of becoming a parasite to someone else actually brings in even more bullies. Like we saw how she was kind of talking with that guy, kind of trying to latch on to him. I don't remember the name, the guy from class 8. And we saw how the girls got even more jealous and mad at that. And that's the thing, like it's crazy, she knows what's happening, but at the same time she cannot do anything. She has to do this, otherwise she'll get bullied. Like it's a tricky and a tough situation. And because of all of this as well, I'm pretty sure she herself has a lot of a huge complex about herself, and not only that, she probably hates herself as well. So yeah, like it's crazy, her situation. It doesn't sound much, but in her shoes, if you're wearing her shoes, it's a crazy situation, like, yeah. And yeah, that's what's happening. And in the previous episode we get to see how the girls kind of try more to kind of get out something out of her, make her apologize and all that, and it starts bothering her, bullying her. And in the end we see Ayano Koji and the other guy, them going and witnessing the situation, and Ayano Koji kind of was looking at that and thinking about something. I don't know what he was thinking. He was probably thinking of ways to kind of use that situation for their class's win, something like that. Like that's Ayano Koji, like always looking at the bigger picture. I don't know if you actually are supposed to is supposed to use this word in a sensitive situation like this, but that's Ayano Koji. Basically he focuses on the big pictures. Something crazy is happening, he doesn't care, that type of a thing. And yeah, I'm guessing he's probably going to use this situation for something. At first I thought he was going to blackmail those girls who were bullying her. Maybe, I don't know, I was thinking he was going to come up and whip out a phone and got you. Something like that, but he didn't do that. So, or maybe he'll do that in this episode. Let's see. No, let's see what happens. All right, so this is episode number 3. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. The greatest souls are capable of the greatest vices as well as the greatest virtues. Oh. Greatest vices. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is getting a bit out of hand. Oh god. Okay, Anakoji, I think. Uh, Come on. Yo, dude. Oh my god. What's he waiting for? Oh boy, oh, oh God. Okay, calm down. She's in a sensitive situation. Oh boy. Okay, calm down. You can see what's happened to her. Like what? Here we go. You know what? There's another thing I realized. I didn't pay much attention. Her name, Karuizawa. You know how she usually latches on to different people, calls herself a parasite. Her name actually, like in Japanese, I think Karui something like that means easy or something like that. So her name I think kind of means something like easy or something. So which I guess that's basically the reason why her name is like the author made Karuizawa, because that kind of probably like shows her personality, where she is just like like latches onto someone else, doesn't work out, goes to someone else. That's why easy, that type of a thing, I think. Okay. Venus group's test has concluded. Oh, yeah. Okay. Venus group. Which group was that? Hmm. Pieces. Add to the pieces. Oh boy. This guy. Manabe Shiho. Okay. Manabe is that girl. That girl isn't she? The one who is bullying her? Oh lord. Yeah, it's her. I think her name is Manabe. I forgot. So he messaged her to come and get her here? Is that what he did? Oh god. Is Anagoji planning to use this situation to, I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so crazy. Like like the first goal was to actually for her to apologize. Now look at them. These people, like the way they twisted. Like now their main goal is just to bother her. I guess that's every bully. That's every bully. They start with something else when they escalate into something completely just. Oh wow. Wait, who? Wait, Rika, who is she? Oh, this girl. Um, like what? Like she has said. Oh my god, this is just so. I'm pretty sure. Oh god, I was going to say I'm pretty sure she's also a victim, but maybe. Oh god. Yeah, there you go. Freaking. Oh, he's talking about experiments now. Can enhance the person. Okay, yeah, there you go. That girl, Rika. I want revenge on Kaiser as well. I will help you. Oh, that's what he wrote. Okay. I'm wondering what he's going to do after this. Like, I'm pretty sure he's planning to use this opportunity to get Karizawa on his team or something. Yeah, there you go. But for what? Oh, because Karizawa is the key person who can change the game. Yeah, that's why. Damn. Oh God. Expose. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. Ah. Oh. Save yourself. Yeah. Okay. Nah. This is Anna Koji. Wait. What? Oh, he's trying to scare her. Wait. Oh my God. What the hell? Oh. Okay. Now I'm confused. I thought he was going to make her come to his side and. Oh God. Oh, okay, yeah. I also okay. What? It's so dark I can't even see. I what you've experienced what? Hmm. Yeah. Wait, I wasn't able to see. What was that? It's like some kind of scar or something? It's so dark I could not see. There wait. Okay, I knew he was going to do that, but the reason I don't. Oh, he took the okay. Now he's going to go and yes. Yeah, he needs her help so that he could control the group because exactly. She can be the centerpiece. Yeah. Oh my god, yo, that's true, you know? Yes. Wow. Oh, wait. I was. Now, here's the thing. They make this so obvious that people might think he's a VIP. But I also. I don't know. Okay. Like, it would be so obvious if she's actually the VIP, but it would make sense because she always keeps looking at her phone. I don't know. Wait, who? Is that Ichinose? That's Ichinose, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. E- Wait, she was sleeping here? What the? Why is she sleeping here? Anika's face is okay. God. This girl is kind of really interesting. She takes dream. Yeah. Exception. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was a lot, wasn't it? I don't remember how much it was, but how much? Ayo, yeah, 2 million. Like she seems too nice of a person. That's my actual problem with her. Like it's so suspicious. I don't know. Okay, stop. She seems too nice. I don't know why. And I genuinely think she's really nice, but that's what confuses me. Okay, VIP. Yeah, and some people are not cooperating. Oh no, is he going to say like guess? Oh my god. Okay, okay. Oh boy, this is going to. Yeah, that's also true. Like nothing's going to happen. Hmm. Okay. Ah. Exactly. They are at the top. Yeah, that's also true. Good point. She's smart and I don't know. I'll talk about this later. Show my. Wait, I wasn't able to read. Okay, so none of them are the VIP. Okay. Okay. Ah. Oh boy. Yeah, this is voluntarily, no one's forcing you. Wow, that's a good plan. Nice. Nice. Oh, wait. Oh my god, is he the one? Wait, he's the VIP? Oh. Oh, really? Oh, I also did not. Wait, it's just part of the plan. They switched phone. Oh my god. I feel like they switched phone. They switched phone. They switched phone, I think. Oh my god. If they really switched phone, then that'll be crazy. But obviously someone's going to betray them and they are going to get penalized. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, the switch phones. Wait. Oh, okay, okay. And it was Karizawa's phone. Oh wait, was he really the VIP? Oh my god, yo. No! No, oh my god. This girl, like I said, she's intelligent. So it was not Karizawa's phone. No, no, wait. Maybe can they trade SIM card like Karizawa and Ayano Karizawa and like he needed something from Karizawa. This is part of the plan. I feel like they traded SIM cards or something, or can they even do that? I don't know. No, this is all act. I think. Like I don't know. The VIP is probably Karizawa. Yes. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Like there you go. So they traded SIM cards. Oh, Hirata told. Wait, Hirata told him just like that? Okay. 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 But what about phone? Yeah. Which is Ichinose? No, no, Ichinose. Exactly. If they call them. SIM card. Like I said, can you do that? Is it within the rules? Yes! Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, that's what the okay. Oh, this is good. Oh my god. Oh, I almost got him. Okay, she also kind of realized that. Exactly. So she wanted to make them fall in the trap. And that's why she deliberately did that. Wow, this plan has layers to it. Because no, wait. Yeah, okay, true. um yeah, how did you have thought of this? Definitely. What? Wait, what's happening? Class C, what? Wait, what happened? Okay. What? Okay. But oh, yeah. He's getting cocky again. Oh boy. Like, oh, well, Anak well, Anakuj is here, so I'm guessing he is going to do something to counteract that, hopefully. Okay, so I need to read the final section where they actually tell us the result and everything. What happened? It went so fast I wasn't able to read it. So what happened with class, like with the Mars group? I need to see that. Like, like, did someone betray them or no one betrayed them? I'm pretty sure someone must have betrayed them after that. Probably the class A guys. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what they were saying. Like class A completely flopped. Like they messed up. But class C won because of Ryu and some, like, some kind of a, I don't know what he had, some kind of a, like, so wait a minute. Like I said, the previous episode I said, like, when Kushida hugged Ayano Koji, there was like a noise. Like, I don't know. I feel like otherwise, how could Yuan get to know? Like, he must have some kind of connection with Kushida. Or no, maybe not. He did say that he just saw through Horikita's ruse because she is too transparent. So maybe that's actually the truth. But someone wouldn't just try to do this based on some suspicion, like, oh, maybe she, like, I'm pretty sure Ryuan was confirmed that Kushida was the VIP. Then how was he able to do that? That's the question here. Okay, that's it. That's the end. Wow, this episode was amazing. Oh, like, like as everything was going on and on, I was able to, like, like, it came to my mind how he might be able to accomplish things. This, first of all, when, like, when he just, when that guy, I again forgot his name, the one who was with Anokoji, he said, like, oh, I'm the VIP. And at that moment, I knew, like, okay, they must have traded phones. And I was like, okay, I thought they traded what's her name? Karuizawa's phone, because Anakoji went to Karuizawa at the beginning, like he told her something, and I'm sure Karuizawa was somewhere in this equation. So I thought, like, okay, maybe what he did was to Karuizawa's phone and traded it with, okay, you know what? What's his name? Okay, I'll find it out later. Traded it with him, saying that that's his phone, so he would know that this is Anokoji's phone, which is obviously false, and something like that. I thought it was happening, but then the curveball came when the, like, when Ichinose called them and it started ringing, and I'm like, wait a minute. So am I wrong? Is that not Karuizawa's phone? Is that actually Anokoji's phone? And then it hit me, okay, SIM cards. But then again, the question came in my head that, can you even do that? It's like, this is like a test. So I feel like the school would obviously take preparations so that they cannot bring out the SIM cards. So I was like, can they do that? And here's where I kind of got stuck. I didn't know what they could do after this, like, here's where I kind of got stuck, where my deduction completely stopped. And then when he said that, oh, that's why I went to, like, the teacher and asked her, can I buy something? And that's what he bought the like, the, what do you call it, the permission to take the SIM card out and exchange it. And I'm like, all right, that completes the missing piece of the puzzle, which I was not getting. That's one part when I kind of got stuck. I was thinking, like, how could he make, use of the SIM card like that? because I'm pretty sure the school probably has locked the SIM card in it or something like that. So how was that possible? There you go, my answer. My question was answered there, and that's how I was like, damn, wow, this, like I said, this episode has layers to it, in my opinion. The whole Ichinose situation is also kind of interesting. Like I said, Ichinose is another interesting character because I'm saying, she seems too nice to be that clever. Like, what's up with, like in anime, we usually see characters who are very intelligent. They have this type of a quirky personality. They're either very stoic, or they are kind of like, always trolling and joking around, like always kind of like, making fun of themselves, making fun of others, kind of like, just very like, just that type of a person, just very eccentric. Like they're quite intelligent, and there's like some kind of a thing, something's up, usually up with their personality, and that's where we kind of like, like that's where, like, when we get to know that that person's very intelligent, the gap, what do you call it, the gap moy or whatever, that hits, and you're like, damn, this guy or this girl, he or she seemed so like, so completely like, just troll, but we can see this person has so much more in them. That to make that gap, to make that like, like contrast, they do this. And most of the anime, you'll see most of the anime, that's what happens. Like in this anime as well, you can see Ayano Koji himself is one of those characters. He's stoic completely, but he's just there, his head is there, he's intelligent, he's strong, he's that one of those like, characters. And this gap, this contrast is what makes it interesting. That's why I'm always so much thrown off by Ichinose, because she seems one of those normal childhood friend characters who is just plain nice, and that's all there is to her personality. From the looks of it, from the looks of it, I feel like that's her personality. She's just plain good, just a good person, with no eccentricities, nothing. And her being like, that intelligent and completely controlling the whole thing is what baffles me. And because this is kind of a curveball, I've never seen a character like this before, where they're intelligent, but at the same time they're so nice and just look so down to earth. Like that's the word I'm looking for, down to earth. That's basically Ichinose, like looking at her. And that's why I'm like, okay, like, like obviously we can see she's just like from the beginning, like from the first season, she controls most of the conversation. She's like the main leader of everything. Like she just grabs hold of the conversation, grabs hold of the reins of a conversation, and just leads people, in according to her own plan. And by the end of it, the result that she like, reaches to using her leadership is a good result. Even in season 1, like their team was okay by the end of it. They did not lose much points, they did not win much points as well, but they were fine. I think they came second or something. I don't remember what they came. I think they were like second ranked or something like that in the island game, and here as well, you can see she just took the whole reign of this conversation and just completely went like according to her plan. And as soon as she realized that Ayano Koji is trying to do something, she like that's how intelligent she is. She realized what he's trying to do, and she realized not to out him, but to actually use Ayano Koji to her class's advantage. That's what she did basically. Like if you think of it, like she basically used Ayano Koji. Ayano Koji had his own plans, and she realized that plan, and she decided to use it for her benefit as well. And that's what she did, and that's how the whole thing happened. Like she, like that scene where she and another thing that she did is very interesting. This was like the spice on top. She phone called, like I'm pretty sure that what she thought here was like, what, I'm going to phone call Ayano Koji. If that really is Ayano Koji's phone, then obviously he would get out, and our class wouldn't be penalized, and we would somehow be the winner. But if that's not Ayano Koji's phone and he traded the SIM card or something, like then the one who would fall down the hole will be class A. They will be penalized because they'll obviously betray them. So either way, no negative sides for her or her group. So she was either going to use Ayano Koji or class A. And by the end of it, the result, the outcome would have been beneficial for her as well. But there's another thing, that you have to think about here. Like she could have then done another thing here, where she could have just plainly said that, oh, you know what, that's not, I'm guessing there's foul play in this as well. I'm pretty sure that's not Ayanokoji's phone. He probably did something and they can just traded the SIM card or did something like that. She could have easily said something like that, and that would have probably made Group A suspicious. And I guess they would have probably just refrained from betraying, the other group. Yeah, and that wouldn't be like a good result, because Group A is always at the top. So yeah, so that's what she did. She decided to use the opportunity to drag Group A down, because they're already not Group A, sorry, Class A down, because they're already at the top. So she had two choices: go with Ayanokoji, go with Group A. Like, if she chooses Ayanokoji, then Group A will fall down. If she chooses Group A, Class A, then Ayanokoji's group will fall down. The class will fall down. So these were like two options he had, and she decided to go with Ayanokoji because Class A is already at the top. So it will be foolish to actually go and go alongside them and completely outing Ayanokoji's class of the foul play, because Group A will even win again, and they're going to get even higher. So just to balance it, she chose Ayanokoji's group, and that's what happens. Like, there's like so many things in this episode, like so many things to think about. Like, what Ichinose did here was a very big brain plan. And yeah, like, she had the information and she actually chose which information to diverge and how to change the flow of the whole situation, and how to take control of the situation and manipulate the situation so that Group A goes down. And yeah, that's what she did by the end. And yeah, and that was definitely the correct choice that she took. So there you go. Crazy episode. I love this episode. Damn, this episode has so many things in it. And yeah, okay, that was like the whole thing. Now I'm going to talk step by step about this episode. um and that's why I was saying, like, Ichinose, she is just, like this, like, has this very down to earth, very nice girl personality, like one of those copy paste anime characters, where the character, all they have for themselves is just being nice, one of those characters. And she looks like that, but in her head, in her, she's just crazy. She's just crazy intelligent, and she just controls the flow of a kind of conversation, which is like one of the biggest, I think, powers that she has. Like, I feel like if Ichinose was in Class D, instead of Karuizawa, or even if Karuizawa was there and Ichinose was also there with them in Group D, Class D. Why I'm calling it group? Class D. Ayanokoji would have chosen Ichinose in fulfilling the role of being the main person who can change the thing, because she controls the conversation like a pro. And why Ayanokoji chose Karuizawa in today's episode? Because Karuizawa is the best bet for him to control the conversation. Like he already said, like, Horikita and Ayanokoji are very bad at influencing others and making others do something. So Ayanokoji needs to pull the strings from behind someone and make someone else be the leader who is very charismatic. Charisma is something that Ayanokoji has none. Like, if there was like a character sheet, Ayanokoji's charisma or something like that, like, to us audience, he's very charismatic because we know what type of a monster he is. But to the class, in the anime, if there's like a status sheet or something, his charisma would have probably been D or something like that, while Karuizawa is like a good B plus. So Karuizawa being that B plus charismatic person, Ayanokoji chose Karuizawa. If Ichinose was also in Class D, and if then I'm pretty sure Ayanokoji would have chosen Ichinose for fulfilling that role, because Ichinose's charisma is probably at A or A plus, something like that. So yeah, that would have been the thing, I feel like. So it's crazy. Now, okay. So let's talk about this episode little by little. And at first, I was like, okay, so Ayano is definitely planning to use this as an opportunity to take, Karuzawa, in his own team or whatever, and use her to control, the conversations and everything. And since she's the most popular, her, like him being behind her and controlling her would help him manipulate everything in the class, and do everything properly. Because yeah, their class seriously needs some sort of a leader who could, kind of make everything okay. Class D I'm talking about. And since Anakoji cannot fulfill that role, obviously, because he is not that charismatic. And there's another big reason for this, I think, which is probably Anakoji doesn't want anyone else to know how intelligent and how strong he is. To keep a low profile, he wants someone who would be the person who is going to, who he is going to control as a puppet master, and that person will act on his behalf, something like that. So there you go. Now, that scene, obviously, these girls, they're like just straight up bullying her at this point. And the other guy, what's his name? Oh god, I need to start remembering the names, man. Just you know what, let me check. What's, oh god. Okay, anyways, I'll check his name later on. It'll take time for me to check. Either way, he goes and he he's like, oh, what the hell are you guys doing? Get out, something. And obviously, this wouldn't solve the situation. The girls will just go away, and they're just going to come back later on to bully her again, and the bullying will be even more harsher. So yeah, now Karuzawa is not happy about this, obviously, for two reasons. Number one, obviously, that she was being bullied, so how can she be happy? That's obviously number one. Number two, which is another big reason, is I think she was uncomfortable because not only him but also Ainokoji was there, and two of her classmates actually saw her in this vulnerable position. Again, people, students, and not students, any person who is a victim of bullying, they don't want to show them being vulnerable to someone else, because they always think that if I show my vulnerability, they will take advantage of me and they are going to bully me, and that's going to increase my bullies, which is something that a person who is a victim obviously doesn't want. That's why they try to act, kind of as if nothing bothers them or something like that, but while deep down inside they're obviously getting bothered by it, and they act like this. So as soon as we saw him trying going and oh, are you okay, obviously he was concerned. He was like, are you fine? Okay, you need help. And she's like, no, I'm fine. Why did you come here? I don't want you here. Because of that, obviously, because she doesn't want others to see her as a victim, because that will make them bully her, like a possibility that they'll also start bullying her. She doesn't want others to see her as a victim. Basically, that's basically it. Not only her, any type of any people who are a victim of bullying, I'm pretty sure they would have acted like this as well. It's not only Karuizawa, anyone would have done something. So yeah, she's like, I'm fine, no problem, just go. And that's how we start. Now the next is when we see Ainokoji pulling the strings. He contacts Manabe, that is the leader of those girls from class C. Now one thing I do wonder, I'm pretty sure Manabe, he sent a message to Manabe. So didn't Manabe realize who was messaging her? Ainokoji, that's one thing I'm kind of thinking, oh, so Manabe knows that Ainokoji is the one who gave them the information. So what, I guess it doesn't even matter that much, because at the end of the day, obviously Ainokoji got what he wanted. He had the footage, so he could easily blackmail them back, saying something like, oh, I can leak this, these bullying footage, I can easily leak this, and something like that he could have easily done. I'm guessing Manabe, knowing that Ainokoji is the one who sent her the email saying that, oh, I want to get revenge on Karuizawa as well. She is at this place currently. him doing that doesn't even matter, because yeah, at the end of the day, Anakoji got what he wanted, and he has enough blackmail material to blackmail them back or something like that. So either way, that's what happened. Now, one thing I don't understand is why the hell did Karizawa go to that place? That's like a middle of nowhere with just. Oh, I'm guessing. Did Hirata tell her to or something? Just a sec. Okay, she comes in. She's like, "What the hell? There's no signal here." Oh, there you go. Ah, she herself says, "Why would Hirata-kun call me to a place like this?" Wait a minute. So, okay, so I'm guessing Anukoji told Hirata to do this. So Hirata is also in this. That means I'm guessing. I don't know. Like, I was going to say, like, I don't think Hirata, if like asked normal, said if Anukoji went and told him that, oh, you know what, I'm going to use Karizawa for this, as like a scapegoat. So can you please like message Karizawa and tell her to go to this place at this point? I'm pretty sure Hirata would have declined. So I'm guessing Anukoji said something else, like told him something like, oh, like do this, message Karizawa to be here. And he probably said something else, like maybe he said something like, I need to talk to her, and she doesn't, like she doesn't, I don't know where she is or something like that, so can you please tell her to go there. But that also is suspicious. I don't know how Anukoji was able to make Hirata message her that, because like I said, I'm pretty sure Hirata would have refused that. No, I'm not going to do something like that, I'm not going to use her for this or something like that. Or maybe not, I don't know. Like I don't know, like all these characters are just, I feel like I know what they could do and they just surprises me the next episode or something. So maybe Hirata did know what was going to happen and he still told Anukoji, helped out Anukoji, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm sure I'll get my answer later on. But for now, yeah. And Manabe and her group comes here and they are obviously like in full-on bully mode, and they even brought that girl as well. What was his name? Kaori or something? No, something like that. I think that the girl who was apparently was shoved down or something. Now they come and they're like, oh, you must have been bullied before, haven't you? And well, that kind of triggers the thing in her. She's freaking out and everything. Like her panic attack hits, and they're just having a fun time with this. Like this is the thing. I think like I think there was like I don't know where I heard this from, but there was like a YouTube video where they said this in such a great way. Like people do crazy things when they're not being watched. That's why you see so many people, like in behind like a Twitter post, or maybe like some other social media post where they just completely goes crazy with stuff, and just calling someone something bad and like completely negative, like toxicity, like in like social media they do, just because they are behind like a avatars, like in like in the Twitter, they're behind like a protection where no one knows who that person is. Whenever that sort of things happens, people's bad things come out, like their negativity, their toxicity, that comes out. I think like I said, like I've listened to one of the YouTube videos. I don't know which YouTube video it was, but they like they kind of explained how there was like an experiment being done where there was a hall where there was a lot of people just wearing masks, as audience just waiting, and there was one scapegoat who was outside, and they had like a camera on them or something like that, and that person was chosen as the victim of a social experiment or something. Now what they would do is the people who are audiences, they're in masks, they would actually vote on what is going to happen to the other person. Like the vote came in as to something quite bad happened and something quite good happened. For example, that guy would like someone else would come and badmouth him, or like slap him or something because of something that he never did, or that person would get like $100 bill on the road or something like that. A good choice and a bad choice. The people, all the masked audience, would always choose the bad choice, and it started escalating more and more and more, and they would just have a laugh. and because they were all masked, and later on they kind of did like a little prank where they made it seem as a guy got in an accident, which was also a prank. In the, like, the guy knew what this was going to happen, like he was in on this, and all the audience were shocked, and then they realized that what they were doing was the direct reason for this when it happened. So this is the thing, like, this is the thing with people, behind like a protection where no one knows who that person is, they are vicious, any person. And that's basically this, these girls, they are the only ones here, no one is here looking at them, and the inner toxicity, their inner evil comes out, and that's where, like, this starts happening. They become full on bully and this evil, and just completely just like bullying this girl Karuizawa. And yeah, now as we can see, even the girl who was supposedly, I don't know if it's true or not, the victim here, who was like, being shoved down by Karuizawa in some time ago or something, that person, she at first she was like, oh, what are you doing, it's okay, like, like, don't do this, don't, it's escalating. And then when they're like, oh, like, slap her, what I was going to say, like, maybe she's also a victim, but then when I saw she started smiling, I'm like, okay, like, so yeah, so basically she also completely changed because of this circumstances. And here Ayanokoji says something which is quite interesting, a quote he kind of quotes, which is, let me see if I can find that part. Okay, here you go. As demonstrated by the Milgram experiment, circumstances can enhance a person's natural cruelty. There you go. There you go. Like I said, no one's watching them, they're all behind a mask. The only person here is them and the victim. So in that situation, their inner cruelty or inner toxicity comes out, and they become evil. Humans change just like that. If there were, like, if there was like a lot of people here as audience, none of them would have done this, and that's the thing, like, people want to be the best person in front of strangers, and not only strangers, in front of anyone. If there's an audience, they'll always try to be the good person. But when, like, what actually comes out, their inner, like, darkness comes out when no one's observing them. That's when it comes out, and I guess that kind of shows how genuinely good a person is. When no one is watching them, if they do something good or if they do something bad, everyone can do everything, like, everyone can do something good when everyone's watching them, like, that's what everyone does. But the real thing comes out when no one's looking at them, when no one's observing them. If that person is good, even then, that's a really good person. Otherwise, nah, like, that's just the thing. And there you go, we can show the inner darkness within these girls, and it comes out here. And Anakoji obviously just recorded it, blackmail material, not only for them but also for I guess Karuizawa as well. He could just say something like, oh, I can just publish this something and say that, oh, you are actually, like, he wouldn't obviously publish the bullying picture, but he could say something like, oh, you were like a person who got bullied, and obviously Karuizawa wouldn't want that. Now he goes and confronts Karuizawa and just blatantly says that, oh, like, yeah, I was here. And he talks about how he says, I know it all, that means I can expose you anytime I like. And this is the thing that Karuizawa doesn't want, because, like I said, if someone gets to know that she's the victim here, that would kind of bring up bigger opportunities of her getting even more bullied, because people are like that, like, there will be a few people who will sympathize with you, and that will be the extent of it. And there will be a lot more people who will try to take advantage of you at that moment, trying to, like, nick into your vulnerability and just completely just gorging that place out. And yeah, that's what's going to happen, basically. Like, not worth it, That's why Karuizawa never wants anyone else to know this situation, because that would bring up bigger opportunities of her getting even more bullied in the future. So she doesn't want that. So she's, Anakoji kind of, and here I was a little bit confused. I was like, what is he even trying to do here? I thought he was going to, like, just like, like, say something like this, like, obviously say that, oh, I'm going to expose this, so you help me out. but he gets awfully rough with her. And I'm trying to figure out why he was acting like that at that moment. I'm pretty sure there's a bigger reason why. Like, you know, he could have also easily. Oh yeah, I remember. I think I understand why he did that, because I remember him saying just before that, let me completely break her down. Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to completely break her down so that it's easier to, like, you know, I guess, manipulate her or use her in this situation. So yeah, that's why he was acting like that, you know, just kind of suddenly just pinned her down on the wall, and he's like, oh, like, you know, spread your legs, that type of a thing. That's why he was doing that, because that was completely unnecessary at that moment, you know. He didn't need to do that, but because he said something like, I need to completely break her down, that's why, I'm guessing. But either way, but I feel like this, he could have gone in this in a different way, which I guess he did go by the end of it in that way. I was going to say, since Karuzawa is herself said that I'm a parasite, I latch on to other people, Anukoji could have easily said something like, oh, I'm going to help you out, you know, you just follow me, and I'll protect you, something like that. If he said, I'm pretty sure Karuzawa would have been something like, yeah, sure, you know, something like that she would have said. Which I guess he ended up doing by the end of it. He did it by the end of it. He said something like that, and he did say that, yeah, like, you know, just do what I say, you know, I'll help you out all the time. And yeah, I guess that was what he was trying to do. But then that kind of defeats the whole purpose of him trying to break her completely down. Oh, maybe yeah, maybe he, like I said, maybe he was trying to manipulate her, something like that. Anyways, he starts to, like, you know, kind of be rough with her, and she's like, oh, what do you want, my body? And he's like, oh yeah, maybe that's what I want. And then he's like, oh, spread your legs. And she says something like, you know, do you know something that after, like, you know, like a threshold reaches where someone's getting bullied, you know, they just stop, you know, they just stop resisting. And here you go, she's saying, you're just blackmailing me into doing ridiculous things. um he's like, you're not resisting then. That's where she says, do you know what people do when confronted by a reality that they can't do anything about? Okay. They stop resisting. There you go. I'm being abused. They don't scream, cry, or fight back. Okay, just accept it. And here, this is the part that I want to see properly, because my monitor's kind of brightness is kind of low. I keep it low, so I wasn't able to figure out what the hell happened here. He says, like, okay, like, there must be something else that's actually bothering you, because you really are not, like, you know, like there's something else within you, like, you know, why are you getting bullied and why you're not doing anything about it? What is that? And he's like, what is hurting you? Such fear to the point of surrendering your body is abnormal. There you go. And wait, okay, I need to see this part properly. He pulls her dress. Oh god, I cannot. What is this? Can you guys let me know what that was? Or, like, did they purposefully make it dark so that we cannot see it now and later on we'll see? If that's the case, then okay, then no need to let me know. It'll probably be a spoiler. But is this actually my monitor's brightness? I don't want to increase my monitor's brightness because it always messes, like, it gets messed up and it hurts my eyes. So I don't want to do that, because I could easily increase the brightness and see what's happening here. But I don't want to do that, because otherwise my eyes will hurt. So if this is like, if they actually purposefully did this, made this part so, like, you know, dark, just so that this will be later on revealed, then no need to tell me. But if this is, if we're actually supposed to know what happened here and I wasn't able to see because of my computer, let me know what is. I'm pretty, I still cannot figure out. I'm guessing it's a star or something like that. And the way he kind of talks so cryptically here, like, kind of talks in a cryptic manner, because and I don't even know what that is. He says that, is this your darkness? Arizawa, there exist many kinds of despair, and what you're experienced qualifies without question. Those with darkness in their hearts are naturally drawn together. I feel like, okay, so I feel like they probably purposefully made that dark because, and Anakoji here is talking in a very cryptic manner, because, so I'm guessing that was purposefully done so that, later on they'll become with the reveal or something like that, like what happened here. I'm guessing that's what happened, and we are not supposed to know what happens here because that part is so dark I cannot figure out what the hell that was. And Ainokoji talks here in such a cryptic manner, which I feel was deliberately done so that we don't know currently. It'll be like a big reveal later on or something. Anyways, he says like, those with darkness, their hearts are naturally drawn together, and the stronger of the two will always engulf the weaker, which I guess is something that he is referring to his and Karizawa's relationship currently, where both of them, I'm pretty sure Anakoji something has something dark in his past as well. So both of them are drawn together, and the stronger one will always engulf the weaker, which means Anakoji will always engulf Karuizawa, and him being the, I guess, the person who is going to control everything and control Karuizawa, which shows, yeah, that's what's happening here. Anakoji being the person who is stronger here, and his darkness being more graver and deeper, is the one who is going to control Karuizawa and engulf her. The world contains darkness, there you go, greater than what you know, which obviously, like, I'm guessing kind of shows that he has something in his past which is even more messed up than whatever he's seeing currently. So there you go. I do wonder what it was. Like, it must be something in her body. So either, like, I don't think it's a scar, because even if it's a scar, like, why would she try to hide that? Doesn't make sense, so it must be something else, I'm guessing. I don't know. Then what is it? That's the thing. I'm guessing we'll get to know later on. And here Arakaji is like, you know what, I'm going to promise you that no one bothers you. I'm far more reliable than Hirata or Machida could offer. And yeah, he shows her the footage, and she's like, oh, I'm going to blackmail them if they try to mess with you. So there you go. And then he says like, class, and she's like, why do you want my help? He's like, class D cannot ascend on their own, and I need your help for that. You will be the main person, the key person, the leader, or not a leader, but like the main person who I would actually control from the shadows, and you'll do what I tell you to do. I'll act in your interest and you'll act in mine. That's what he says. And scratch your back, then I'll scratch yours, basically. And she takes her hand, and then he says like, after all, you are. And here, like I said, like, it will be so much more, like, so what can I say, like, so anticlimactic if like, after this, Kaizawa is the one who is a VIP. So I knew there was like a twist to it, and we did get to see the twist after that. She was a VIP, but there was a huge twist behind that. The way he kind of manipulated that. Like I said, I always saw her like just continuously looking at her phone most of the time, which I'm guessing was one of the biggest hints as to she's a VIP. But she's always like, paranoid type of a person. So I'm guessing all the time whenever a message came in, she always used to try to look and see what's happening and try to hide the fact that she's a VIP or something, and ended up actually exposing herself more, by being just always on the phone. So yeah, I'm guessing that was like my reasoning for, I kind of like, kind of thought that she was a VIP a little bit for a moment, and but then I thought, was it too obvious or something? But turns out she was a VIP, and like, yeah, like I said, my reasoning was she always looks at her phone, that's why. Anyways, and Anaguchi says that Hirata actually told him that she is the VIP, which I don't know. I actually kind of doubt this point here. Like, I don't think Hirata would tell him that she's a VIP. So did Anaguchi actually do that in front of Karuizawa, so that Karuizawa completely decides to trust him and decides to, like, take away her trust from Hirata? Maybe, because I feel like Anakoji himself figured it out that she is the VIP, and he just told her that information, that, oh, Hirata told me, just so that he stops trusting her, she stops trusting him and starts trusting Ayano more, or something like that. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if this was like another one of Ayano plans or something. Anyways, now he's just waiting for the teacher. Teacher comes in and he's like, oh, I want to buy something with the points. This part was so subtly done that I completely forgot about this part, and we went to that in the next section. You know, that this point where he says that I want to buy something with points, it's like a 5 to 10 seconds clip in the middle, and then, like, you know, like we go to like a completely new scene, and as the scene was going on, this happened. It completely went out my mind. That's why a little bit later on I was just stuck at the point where I was thinking, how was he able to change the SIM cards? Because this scene completely went out of my mind. You know, if this scene, if I remember this scene, I would have probably been able to put 1 plus 1 2, and I would have said like, oh, maybe that's what he bought with the money, and not the money but the points. But this scene completely went out of my mind, so I was stuck over there. I was like, how was he able to change the SIM card if that's what he actually did? And there you go, that answers the question. Now, day 4, Ichinose is already in that place, just there sleeping. I don't know why she was here sleeping here, you know, or was she even asleep? Maybe she was just acting. I don't know, like, I don't trust anyone in this show. Like, she's just laying there, I'm like, yeah, maybe she's acting. Maybe she's just acting or something, who knows. Anyways, she gets up and she's like, oh, like, you know, sit down here, I need to talk. And he says that, oh, your goal is to reach class 8, isn't it, Anukoji? And she also says that her goal is also to do that. And then she kind of brings up the point that since only one class can be, like, you know, like, go to, like, one, like, you know, class will be at the class A position, then one of our groups will have to lose. Where Anukoji brings up the point that if they actually save 20 million private points, then it's possible. Like, this is the exception here. Where she's like, oh yeah, that's right, you're correct. And Anakoji here recalls that she has a lot of points, 2 million points, I think, by the end of like, you know, season 1. And obviously Ichinose knows that. Ichinose says like, yeah, I know that you saw, you know, what my points are. Like, it's okay, like, you know, I don't have any problem with that. And while they were having this conversation, everyone comes in and okay, wait a minute. This part again, like, and I feel like, anyways, you know, like, I was going to say, like, when this part, when Professor, I think that's his name, he says something like, oh, is this like a little, you know, like a rendezvous or something, like, just together, we both of you are here. And she's like, oh, no, it's nothing like that. Anukoji looks at her weirdly. I don't know why. Like, it's like every part, I feel like Anukoji's all expressions, like, you know, whenever he looks at someone, kind of just a little bit, giving a little bit more attention. I was thinking that there's something up with this whole scenario. So I'm guessing he realized something by observing Ichinose at this point, when Ichinose was like, no, it's okay, it's not something like that, denying it. He just looks at her for a moment, like, I don't know why he did that. I'm pretty sure there's like an underlying reason behind that. Everything that Anukoji does has like an underlying reason, I'm guessing. Oh god. Now the discussion begins, and okay, so this part, I was again impressed by Ichinose here so much, because the plan that she comes up with here is, she's like, okay, I discussed with Hamaguchi, and our plan is that we are going to come to the conclusion, we're not going to let this end like this. So what we're going to do is we are going to show everyone, each and everyone's phones, and show that we, like, you know, that person is a VIP or not. And you know what the thing about this plan is? This plan is strong if we have a majority. Like, if everyone was like, no, you know, like, what the hell are you saying? We're not going to do that. And if they decide to not go along the plan, this plan would fail completely, you know. If the majority sides towards the decision that, yeah, I'm going to show my phone to the others, the minority will get pressurized, and they will have to show, unless and until, you know, they want like unless they don't want to lose, something like that. Basically that, like, you know, this whole plan that Ichinose made, she needed a majority. Now look at this part here. Hamaguchi says that, and he's like, and you know what the crazy thing about this plan was? The crazy thing was that you're not forcing the other person to do it. It's their choice. And as soon as they got the majority, everyone else who was in the minority, they have to show their phone. Otherwise, they will be targeted. Something like that, you know. So as, like, you know, the weightage started increasing in the section of, yeah, I'm going to show my phone. The people who decided not to show their phone, they also started showing their phone because they were, like, you know, getting pressurized. And the majority started increasing. Like, this is the beauty of this plan here. Like, you're not actually bullying someone in actually showing your phone. You're just like, oh, it is your, like, you know, like, decision. And I feel like Ainokoji had another big role here. At the first one that shows the phone is obviously Hamaguchi. He's like, there you go. Obviously Hamaguchi and Ichinose were part of this plan, so they are already ready to show their phones. So, you know, Ichinose is also like, all right, here we go. Okay, now class A is not having it. Okay, where is that part? Okay, now when class A was like just saying like, oh, I'm not going to participate in this and that, all those guys, Ichinose obviously brings up the point that, oh, you guys are fine with it because you are already at the top. So if no one gets the point, you're okay with it because you're already at the top. So yeah, like, you know, she kind of brings that point up, and and that's why she's like, yeah, that's why we have a, like, you know, reason for doing this. And again, she holds the reins of the conversation again. And all the characters, obviously from class B, shows their phone because none of them are the VIP. So they all, I think, like, class B has 3 characters. Yeah, 3. Like, you know, that's like, wait, so how many characters are there? 3 from class A, 3 from class B, that is 6. 4 from class C, and 4 from class D, 8. 6 and 8 is 14. So 14 total, 14 people here. 3 of them has already shown their phones. Okay, next, I think the next person who does it is obviously Ainokoji, and I'm pretty sure why Ainokoji did this is so that the weight goes towards the majority of showing the phones. He was so proactive at this time. He's like, okay, I'm going to show my phone because he wanted this, like, an outcome. So from 3% it comes to 4%. The majority is increasing, you know. Like I said, the more majority, like, you know, people shows the phone here, the more this plan will be stronger. So Ainokoji took that opportunity at that moment. I think he picks out his phone, and he's like, there you go, you know. So from 3% who have shown the phone to 4%. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's go step by step. He's like, I'll participate too. Shows the phone. So 4 people have already shown the phone. Ichino says like, are you okay with this? Now, next person who does this is this girl. I think her name is Ibuki, the girl from class C. Ibuki, wasn't it? I think that was her name. She's like, all right, I'm also going to show. You know, so 5%. I don't know why she decided to show here. Probably it was under Ryuman's orders or something. I don't know. And she's like, if we let it end like this, the VIP is the only one who benefits. Okay, there you go. That's also another reason. So 5%. And she kind of claps back. She's like, oh, are you guys a VIP then? And Machi, all those girls were like, no, it's not. In comes Kairizawa. Again, Kairizawa is with Ainokoji, so it was already pre-planned that she's going to show, you know, so from 5 to 6 people. And seeing, you know, like Kairizawa do that, obviously these girls, obviously they'll be like, all right, fine, you know, like the majority is increasing from 6 to 7. The guy from art group, professor, you know, 8, like it's increasing, you know, one by one. And I'm pretty sure seeing everyone do that, professor also decided to show. Now Now at this point everyone's just showing their phone except class A. Pressure is increasing, and so crazy this part is that within class A no one was the VIP, but still they were still not going to show their phones because that would actually mean them being at a disadvantage. If someone guesses it correctly, class A wouldn't get the points. So that's why it's a problematic situation. And it's so crazy, even though class D had the VIP, how they completely manipulated that situation into the result that we have after this. Now that guy, okay, the other guy who was part of the plan, from Anakoji, and I'm pretty sure Anakoji already told him that, yeah, you're going to show your phone and we're going to trade our phones. That's how we're going to do this. And so there you go, the majority is in our side now, and he's like, okay, promise me everyone, like Anakoji is like, oh, is it you? Surprise face, Anakoji. The play here, oh my god. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I lied to you. And obviously no one knows that a play is going on, except Ichinose, I'm guessing, and obviously Karuizawa. So he shows, the phone, and the other guy from class C, Ichinose's group, he's like, oh, let us promise that we won't betray him. And he's like, all right, I'm going to show you. And as soon as he shows them, group A obviously is very happy. Class A is like, okay, we can actually use this opportunity to get points. They're smiling. Now at this point I thought, okay, so their plan must be that they traded phones, so that now they're going to choose that guy is the VIP, but it would be either Ayanokoji or Karuizawa. I was still not sure whose phone is that, whose phone it is. Did Ayanokoji give his phone to him, or did Ayanokoji give Karuizawa's phone to Machida? Not Machida, sorry, that guy, that the guy who is the white-haired guy with the glasses. So after that, what happened? There you go. He kind of explains to us, I told him I was the VIP. I told him to trade phones. Obviously, this is not his phone. This is Karuizawa's phone. So, which obviously that he doesn't know. And Anakoji does say that I did not anticipate Ichinose's action by this way. But there you go. Again, another thing that he did not anticipate comes up. Ichinose calls Anakoji's phone, And here is where I was like, wait a minute. How is this possible? So that means that is Ayanokoji's phone with him. So now they're going to lose, and I'm pretty sure Ayanokoji has some kind of a plan here. He wouldn't just lose like this. So I was trying to think of some way that it could make this work. Ayanokoji could make this work, and then it hit me that they could have easily traded SIM cards. And then it also hit me that, oh, Karuizawa was needed because of that. Ayanokoji needed Karuizawa so that they could trade SIM cards, and Karuizawa's SIM card would be in Ayanokoji's phone, and he would give that phone to this guy, saying that this is my phone, but it's actually Ayanokoji's phone with Karuizawa's SIM card in it. So sorry. He would give Karuizawa's phone with Ayanokoji's SIM card to him. Yeah, I was saying something wrong here. They traded SIM cards. Karuizawa's phone has Ayanokoji's SIM card. Ayanokoji's phone has Karuizawa's SIM card. So Karuizawa's phone with Ayanokoji's SIM card was given to him. So when he when she would call it, the phone, it would be it would go to that phone, something like that. Yeah, wait, oh god, I'm getting mixed up. Okay, I kind of settled down and I tried to think about the whole situation, because I myself was getting a little bit confused at this point. I was not able to properly explain, and it's properly one thing I was actually forgetting is that the phone and the SIM card are different. So basically what happened here, the phone has the message. So the phone was Karuizawa's phone. It had Ayanokoji's SIM card in it. So using that phone, Anakoji said that this is my phone, gave it to him, and he traded the phones with him. Why he did that is obviously because, like, he wants to make the other people, like, lose by by misselecting the VIP. So that phone is Karuizawa's phone with Anakoji's SIM in it. Karuizawa is the VIP, so he shows everyone that, oh, this phone is, like, this is the VIP, I am the VIP. And after that, Ichinose calls, the phone, and the phone rings because there's Anakoji's SIM card in it. So everyone thinks that's Anakoji's phone because that phone is ringing. They don't know that it's Karuizawa's phone with Anakoji's SIM in it. So everyone is going to guess that Anakoji is the VIP, while the real VIP is Karuizawa, because the phone is Karuizawa's phone, it's not Anakoji's phone. That was basically it, that's what happened. I knew the theory that was happening, but it was kind of confusing me, and my head kind of kind of became a little bit, I kind of became a little bit stuck here. So there you go, that's basically what happened, and that's one of the best plans I've ever seen. And it kind of hit me little by little as I was saying, because at that moment I was thinking, like, how is this possible? The phone is ringing, that would mean that Anakoji lost, which is something that I don't think is going to happen. So that's why I was thinking, like, what could have Anakoji done at this point? And yeah, then it kind of hit me, maybe SIM card, they traded SIM card, and that's probably why Anakoji needed Karuizawa. So yeah, okay, so everyone is like, it has already come out, and like Anakoji later says that after tricking someone, if that trick comes out, and along with the trick, the truth of the matter also comes out, everyone's going to believe that truth. No one would suspect that truth to be also mixed with trickery, so that's what he used at this moment, for everyone to just suspect Anakoji and be like, yeah, Anakoji is a VIP. And that's what Class A did. Class A maybe previously would have hesitated to actually say who the VIP is, but now that they, Anakoji got apparently caught by everyone for trying to trick them, they are 100% sure now that Anakoji is the VIP, which is obviously not true, because that in itself has some kind of foul play mixed in it, which Class A obviously doesn't know. So they're like now extremely confident, and yeah, they did that. They just notified the school about him being the VIP. So there you go. That's what happened. Now, obviously, they're like, everyone's like, huh, you guys tried to trick us, this and that, and just leaves. And the guy from Class A is like, haha, we got you. Leaves. And obviously this was all part of the plan. And there you go. And then they kind of give us the explanation, and I was like, yep, I was correct. But then I was still not understanding how he was able to take out the SIM card. And when they explained that to us, and when I get to see that Anakoji actually told the teacher and bought it with points, I'm like, all right, that makes so much sense. And obviously Ichinose also realized that, and like I already explained this in the first part of my discussion, Ichinose went along with this because she wanted for group A, like Class A, to fall down, because Class A is at the top now. So she chose Anakoji to go along with Anakoji's plan, so that they are the one who gets penalized. And yeah, and then I think the message comes in, and I need to read this part. Just a sec. I need to read that part in the phone where the message is. There you go. Advanced nurturing high school subject regarding the special test. Attention students, these are the special test results. Each class receives the following point changes. Class A minus 200 points, class point, obviously, because he messed up. This is one thing that was obviously going to happen. Class B, no change, understandable. Class C plus 100 points, and class D plus 50 points. Okay, so Ruan was the one who guessed correctly. Okay, Mercury group, the traitor was mistaken. Result 4. Mercury group, which group is that? Oh, wait, what was our group? Our group was Mars, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. Mercury group, traitor was mistaken. Venus group, traitor was correct. Venus group, who was the Venus group? Oh god, I've forgotten. Wait, what group was Koenji's group? Can you guys let me know what group Koenji's group was? I need to know, was he correct or was he incorrect? I cannot remember which group he was. Let me know. Venus group, the traitor was correct. Okay. Earth group, all participants achieved correct answer by testing period conclusion. Okay, that's good. Mars group, the traitor was mistaken. Okay. Obviously Mars group is our group. And Jupiter group, identity of the VIP was protected to the end. Okay. Saturn group, the traitor was correct. Traitor was correct. Uranus group, identity of the VIP was protected. Neptune group, the traitor was correct. Okay, I need to like, I don't know which group was which group. I completely forgot. So okay, now in comes Ruin. Okay, Ruin is like, oh, like, you know, see, I said I knew like, you know, what I was doing. And Horikita's like, but we didn't have a traitor in our group. If you'd known who it was, you would have betrayed us. Okay, so basically that was it. Like, you know, Ruin is like, it was Kushida, wasn't it? I realized on the second day Kushida was the VIP. Now I do wonder, like I was saying at the beginning, like, did Kushida, like, you know, was like, he claimed that it was so obvious because Horikita's looking at Horikita, it was very obvious that it was Kushida. But I'm still like, you know, I'm pretty sure that he must have been confirmed, like he must have confirmed this by some way or the other. Otherwise, he wouldn't just guess like this on a possibility. So I'm pretty sure he somehow confirmed that Kushida was the VIP, and that after that is where he took his step. So yeah, and how he did that, that's something I don't know. We'll have to see for that. Now obviously he kind of challenged them like, oh, I'm going to get you, Orikita, and Anako is just looking at him. That's where it ends. Fantastic episode. Damn, that was crazy. That was really crazy. And I guessed most of the things correctly, except the final point of how they changed the SIM card, where I kind of got stuck. But yeah, that was, I loved this episode. And like the realization coming one after the other was so good, you know. It was so great. And yeah, that was it. That was my reaction. Damn, this was a long discussion. God damn. So yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching. This is my reaction to Classroom of the Elite season 2 episode number 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That's it guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Classroom of the Elite. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.